Hi everybody! I just got back from seeing Sailor Moon R, the movie, and I just kind of wanted to do a little bit of a review of it. My nearest theater that was putting it on was probably around 2 hours or so away, so it was a little bit of a drive. It was also about 11 in the morning, so I had to get up at like 7 to be sure that I got there in time because of traffic. That's what I was seeing for a lot of other people as well, that a lot of the theaters were kind of obscure and out of the way for a lot of people, unless you lived in a large city. I decided to cosplay because I saw a lot of other people cosplay and I thought it would be a cool idea, and I was kind of hoping that there would be other cosplayers there. So I hope you guys like my costume. I did post up a few pictures on Instagram, and I decided to put a few in this video so you guys can see a little bit better what I looked like and kind of what the atmosphere was in there. I had Eric take a little bit of video for me. He forgot to flip the camera the right direction, but the overall impression I got when I first got there was I've been to a theater like this before. It was at the Angelica Film Center, I think it was called. And they basically show a lot of older films, some newer ones, and really high quality, that kind of thing. They didn't have like a standard movie poster for Sailor Moon R. They had a digital one, so I was trying to get pictures next to this digital screen, and it was like really impossible to do and get a clear shot. They were handing out these, and these are the promos, and they came in these completely sealed envelopes. And each one of them said Sailor Moon R, the movie, on them, with a little bit of a detail around each one. And then you also got this little cardstock ad, and this is basically what the large movie poster looked like when you went into the theater. Basically, it says Luna Engagement, Sailor Moon R, tickets on sale now. And this was the promotional poster for the movie. And then the back of these has the synopsis as well as scenes from the film. And these are really nice. This is kind of like the one that came with Loot Anime, but a little bit thicker. The other ones were a little bit flimsier and made out of thinner paper. But I did get 2 of them because obviously my husband went with me, so he watched it as well, and he got a bonus one of these. The only thing sad about these, and Viz was saying they were limited on their Twitter, but unfortunately they were super limited. So I think there was about 20 people in the theater when we got there, and as we were coming in we noticed that the lady only had maybe 10 left in her hands. So I don't know if she went back to get any or that was it. I did notice that a few people were coming in and they didn't have anything like this in their hands, so I kind of felt bad that there were some people that didn't get one of these. So if you want one, you might try to find one on eBay, but they are going for upwards to $20 to $40 people are selling these for, so it's kind of sad. But these are the ones that I got of these, and these were kind of presented nicely. They were kind of simple though. I was kind of hoping for something bigger, but I can understand, I guess, that this is their first movie, so maybe there'd be something else for Sailor Moon later on in the other 2 movies. But you got another ad, and this one's actually for the Blu-ray DVD presentation. So this is telling you that you can pre-order it now and it comes out in the spring. And then on the back you have the other seasons of Sailor Moon, and it says Part 2 for Sailor Moon S coming out this spring as well on here. They don't have any official art for it yet. And this is for the manga, so in case you haven't gotten this yet, this has been out forever though. So if you haven't got this yet, some information about that and a cool little ad card. But these are the ones that I got, and this one of course is Sailor Moon. And these are rather thick cards too. They do have a pretty big thick portion on there, and they have it colored pink, so I thought that was pretty nice. And the image is really pretty on here. It's sparkly. It's not perfect though. The print is not that great. It's not 100% perfect, but it's a very nice image of Marco's work with Sailor Moon. And on the back of each one of these, it does say Sailor Moon R, the movie. So you do have the new movie logo that's on there. So that's nice. And it does say not for sale or resale on the back of these. And then in the other envelope, I got Sailor Venus. So these are really nice. I heard some people got the whole set of these pretty easily just by having a bunch of friends go with them. And thankfully they did have some of these shuffled pretty well, so I did get 2 different ones. I was kind of worried I might get 2 of the same. But I'm glad at least I got the Sailor Moon one because she was the one I really wanted. So this is the Sailor Venus one, and it is also colored on the edge, and this one is colored orange. So that one works really good with her. So yeah, these promos are nice. I was really hoping that I could get some more, or maybe the poster. A lot of people were saying that you could get the poster by pre-ordering the DVD or Blu-ray for the movie on site, but they weren't doing that at my theater, so unfortunately that wasn't an option for me. They were also giving out a large cardstock, like super big image. I think it was like 12 inches tall or something of the actual movie poster, but they weren't doing that either, so I wasn't sure how people were getting that one, if that one was just a little throw-in bonus somehow just by the theater they went to. So yeah, I guess it was just a luck of the draw if your theater was doing that. So, but overall, the presentation of the film itself, at the beginning of the movie, they had for the English dub anyways, they had the interviews with Stephanie Sheh and Robbie Daymond, plus the new voice for Fiore. I can't remember his name, but I'll look it up and put it in the video. But that was pretty nice. It was a little bonus. I wasn't expecting that, but I heard that they did have interviews. I just didn't know how it was presented. I thought that was a nice touch because you're paying $15 a ticket, and it's nice to have a little something extra to look forward to see it. I don't know if there's anything different pertaining to the Japanese dub though, which is a really good question. But for the interviews, it was really nice. They had some basic questions about the film, and a lot of the answers were pretty funny. I won't spoil it too much, but a lot of the answers were pretty funny, and they had a lot of nice things to say about the fans and the movie and the overall presentation of the film coming out. So that was really nice. The other thing that I was really excited about was this was the first time that I can remember that I saw the bonus film in front of Sailor Moon R. I can't remember what the name of it is. It's like the Sailor Guardians short film at the beginning of it, where it was just about these 2 girls talking about all the Sailor Guardians and which one is their favorites, and Usagi and Chibiusa are on the sidelines listening in. I don't think I've ever seen that. I've seen the Japanese version of this movie, so I kind of shocked that I haven't seen it for whatever reason, but it was really well done. It was really cute. It most likely will be a first for a lot of people. It was a first for me, but I really liked that, and I'm glad that they included it. Of course, it's true to film, so I'm glad that they did that. As far as the film itself, there was a lot of really comical elements to this movie. For one, I know that they were making fun kind of some of the more cheesier scenes, and to me, I think that's really funny, but I could see a lot of problems people would have with that because it's not true to the Japanese perfectly, but we can't really translate some of the things to make sense, I guess, in the Western culture, so I can understand them changing a lot of things. I haven't seen the Japanese in so long, so when I get the movie and I rewatch it again, I definitely want to check out my tiara is sitting there. I want to check out the Japanese version again and see how that is versus the English dub. So I look forward to seeing that again. As far as the video quality, I think the video quality was rather good in this. I guess as good as you could possibly get it. There was a lot of scenes that course, the animation kind of distracts you because, you know, the animation wasn't that great back in '93 for anime. A lot of the far away scenes, their eyes are all just dots and stuff, and you notice it more, at least I have. I don't know if it's because I've been watching a lot of newer anime, but I notice that a lot more now than I used to. Like, wow, they drew her really weird, or wow, they didn't fill in this scene at all. It just seems like you notice stuff like that more now than you used to. The one scene that really stuck out for me was when the asteroid planet, or the big flower thing that Fiore creates, and the Sailor Guardians go to land on it to find Mamoru. That was the first and only part that was like CG, and CG back in the day was like really bad. So that looked really weird for me on a big screen. I noticed it was bad back when I saw it originally in the original English dub. I was like, wow, that looks kind of not that great, but it looks really pixelated and weird on the big screen to me. As far as that, I mean, it was a short little clip, so I mean, it's not that big of a deal. But I really liked the movie overall. I thought it was really good. I thought it was worth spending money to go see. If it was anything else, any other anime, I probably wouldn't have spent $15, I'll tell you that much. And that's kind of a problem for me anyways, because I know that $15 is a lot of money for something that is this old. This is like a 20-plus movie. So that was probably a lot of reasoning that might hurt the film. I know a lot of people have seen this. There's been a lot of sold out shows, but I know there's a lot of people that's gonna not go see it because it's $15. And I don't know if that's a standard price for everybody, because when the Dragon Balls movies was out, like the newer ones, there were some theaters selling it for this price and some selling for that price. So I don't know if that was the same for everybody, but you guys can let me know if you paid less than me. I would definitely be interested. But that's my overall thoughts on the film. I look forward to it coming out on Blu-ray, and I definitely will pre-order it. Right now, they have it on Right Stuf, and I think Amazon's going to have it soon. The only problem is, since it's a cheaper movie than the season part, the part 1 and part 2 of the seasons, you don't get the free shipping on Right Stuf. And you also, I don't know if they plan on changing this, but they don't have any pre-order bonuses. There's no promos that you're going to get. There's no collector's edition. So I might hold off and get it on Amazon, because that's my personal cheapest way of getting it, because I have Prime. So it just seems like a better deal for me to wait than to get it on Right Stuf. So I don't know if they plan to change that at all. Since I couldn't pre-order it at the venue that I was at and get any posters or anything, I definitely won't be getting it at Right Stuf. So that might hurt Right Stuf a little bit, because I think a lot of people will probably have the same feelings as I will. They'll probably wait and not get it with Right Stuf because of that. So yeah, it is what it is, but I enjoyed myself. I had fun cosplaying. I wish there had been more people there cosplaying, but it was a Sunday showing. It was the last showing in the area. I know there's some later showings in February for some places, and I know Canada is getting this movie later in the spring. So there's going to be other opportunities before the movie officially comes out on Blu-ray. So, but let me know what you guys thought of the movie. I would definitely like to know actual personal opinions versus mine, to kind of put them up against my thoughts, because I kind of have a kind of carefree attitude about stuff like this. I know people have like some really severe complaints about some of this, and I like to hear both sides, honestly, because I'm always kind of in the middle a lot of the time. Yeah, you know, I liked it, you know. But sometimes I'll have, like, when I notice things, I'll definitely say my negative thoughts on it if it's a really stand out kind of thing. But thank you guys as always for watching. I know I didn't write like a script or anything for this. It was just kind of off the cuff, out of my mind as I come home from this. But I hope you got some kind of review out of this. And just thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Alright, bye.